Happy Thursday. I'll figure out my days in a second. I just asked producer Ryan, hey, last night was Tuesday, right? Yeah, that's what winter does to me. It just depends on you as well and everything else you got going on. Oh, we're here. You know what? I kind of like the peace in the morning when we come in, but we should invite people just to come on in. Would I get in trouble for doing that? Dave, you guys want to come by and drop it on the show? Give shout outs. Hey, come on up. But this way, it's great because we can see you coming where we broadcast live from the J. Randolph Studios in Kirkwood, beautiful Kirkwood, Missouri, on Manchester Road. We are right next to Pasta House. Beautiful little deck you have to walk through to get to us. And the thing I like about it, we kind of have our security infrastructure already in place because we're locked in, all glass windows, and we see you coming from a little bit away.
Yeah, I feel very safe when I'm doing those late night East Side games or mid-state hockey games. But yes, what was it? Tuesday, that was the East Side game, right? And usually I'm not working late at night on Tuesdays, right? So for the first time, I met somebody who was another like show host that just comes in and records.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that come in and out of here.
For the first time, and I was like,
oh, is that? I just saw somebody. Is that somebody in the afternoon? Is that Carly?
Yes, that's Carly. I'm going to be on her show Friday doing one of her segments.
What does she do?
She talks about a lot on Hello Neighbor.
Let me see her again. She's got a good look.
I got you. She used to MC for the Blues and she MCs for the Battlehawks. But yeah, that's her setup.
Okay, she looked different.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got a good look.
Yeah.
She's an attractive young lady.
Yeah.
I haven't watched her yet, and her show is called Hello Neighbor.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Do we have that on our? Are we actually putting that out right now, or is that just you and I watching?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's just on YouTube.
I was like, hey, we're promoting Carly. We're helping Carly. Okay. Anyway, this is Art City Now. I'm Vic Faust. That's producer Rye. We try to keep it real here in the mornings, having some fun with you guys. Also, bringing you the headlines, the news, the sports, the water cooler talk, whatever's going on. We'll talk about it from the St. Louis area. You guys jump in. We love it when you do. Some days they're more sports central. Some days it's more news central. Some days it's weather central, as we've had in the last couple of days as well. And some days we don't know what is going to happen. Today we got a lot of news stories going on today. Not a lot of sports. It just is what it is. We'll see. So anyway, I just saw something come down. Mizzou lost the other night, obviously, to Notre Dame. And I don't want to say that I've been critical of Dennis Gates because his recruiting, he reminds me a lot of Eli Drinkwitz, except Eli Drinkwitz is more accomplished over at Mizzou from the football side. He's accomplished more. He has won more and put Missouri from a football standpoint on the map more so than Dennis Gates has. But I feel as if Dennis Gates has this like free pass. He's in his fourth year and Missouri hasn't won anything with him. So they lost the other night at Notre Dame, a game they should have won. So after the game, what is Dennis Gates talking about? He's calling out the Irish fans for not supporting Notre Dame's head coach. Why is he talking about Notre Dame? He should be talking about his defensive coaching at the end of the game and letting Notre Dame's best three-point shooter knock not one, not two, but three three-pointers down to beat Missouri. I've met Dennis Gates. Very kind man. Doesn't give you any of that attitude. Some coaches big time you. He doesn't. But man, he's got to do something with that team. Anyway, I just looked down and saw that. I was like, what? Dennis, come on, my man. Let's talk about Mizzou basketball. It almost seems like that's deflecting. It's like, oh, let's take things off my team and my problems, and let's talk about the Notre Dame fan base who isn't supporting their coach. Really? I don't know. To each their own. It is what it is. So we appreciate you guys jumping in today. Hope all's good. By the way, you can stream us on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Once again, that's X, Facebook, and YouTube. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we're here to do that for you. We're here 6 to 8 a.m., Monday through Friday. All things St. Louis all the time. Jump on in. You can give us a call if you want to. Nobody really calls, but we give the phone number there for you. That is 855-282-8255. Once again, 855-282-8255. following us today and every day, Monday through Friday, is dun 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 Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jansen, the former Blue, and Jim the Cat Hayes. And by the way, if people don't know, they're two really good dudes. And you hear people say, "Oh, they're a good guy. Oh, that's a good guy." You know, good guy. What does it actually mean? I mean, they really are. They'll do anything for you. Always kind, very humble. We had the CEO, the director of the St. Louis Hero Network in here a couple weeks ago promoting guns and hoses. And he was so excited. He's like, "Whoa, I get to see Cam Jansen." And he was legit. It's like, yeah, I know. I'm the warm-up. I might be an appetizer, but you get to see Cam. So anyway, you guys rock. Appreciate you guys being around and joining our show every day. For a list of all the content that we produce, just go to luinfo.com as well. All right, coming up on the show today, we'll promote the Blues get back to action tonight. They're on a 3-game roadie. We'll talk about that, where they sit and the things that are happening from that standpoint. Also, we'll get into dun 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 dun. I was shocked at how many people still like the Dallas Cowboys. Women as well. My cousin threw out a bet to me this last week that if the Cowboys, because I always send him memes about the Dallas Cowboys. And if you haven't seen it yet, you know how you go to TikTok or Instagram, there's memes. And there's a lot of funny memes that make fun of Dallas Cowboy fans if you have not seen them. Have you ever seen any of those, Rye, producer Rye?
Like any crazy?
Yeah,
Cowboy
no, they're memes that make fun of Cowboy fans.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Cowboy fans are the most like memeable fan base in the world. I love them.
Love
They're
that
so
word.
stupid.
Memeable. Is that a word?
Yeah.
If that wasn't a word, that is a word that should be created.
Yeah.
And it sounds good.
Yeah.
Memeable.
Yeah. Cowboy fans are just so
they
easy
are
to
memeable
about because it's like we know you guys, even if you go 11-5 or whatever you guys
memeable.
do to go to the playoffs,
Love
you're
it.
still gonna lose in the wild card. So just enjoy it.
Dak Prescott, highest QB rated quarterback in the NFL this year.
Yeah.
Dak. It's like, hello, what? Is that really going on?
That's why Jerry paid him that money and sent Micah Parsons going.
Well, you know what? Well, the Cowboys aren't in the playoffs yet. They have a big game tonight, too. That's why I bring it up. Two teams that aren't in the playoffs as of now, but it is a very interesting game because both have not been eliminated. You're talking about the Lions, who coulda, woulda, shoulda, so much hope, but for whatever reason, more injuries than any other team the last 2 years. We'll talk about that, what's going on there. Also, Mizzou basketball, SLU basketball plays Sunday. We'll get into that. By the way, yeah, we'll talk about that stuff here. Weather, it's supposed to be a really cold one today. I don't know, highs in the low 20s, maybe mid-20s, but then it gets a little bit warmer for the weekend, and sun, which is nice. Sun makes everything a little bit better, at least in my world. I like it a lot. So, a lot of news stories here today. We'll get into the Dome at the America Center. We all know that we want positivity for this area and the region, and it has to start in St. Louis, the city, and that's the Dome. New plan released yesterday. We'll talk about that. Go figure. Remember me talking last week, Ryan, about my dear old grandma, God bless her soul. One day, she ran right through the police department in Troy, Illinois. She was parked, and instead of hitting reverse, she hit drive and took out a section of the building. Somebody did that at Ulta in South County last night. Dun, dun, dun. Fortunately, nobody was hurt. We'll get into that. Do you know anybody that's done that?
I've done that. I haven't ran into anything, but I've done that, though. Like,
really?
It was so close. Like, it was literally like a week ago. I was getting my hair done, and I was trying to park my car to, like, before I went into, like, her house and stuff. And I was about to just turn around. And I had to back first. And I literally saw my foot press on the gas, but I didn't press it hard or anything. And I was like, oh, snap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I've almost done that too, but I got big fat feet.
Yeah.
And I've complained. And so, what's wrong with your feet? People who've been in my car. I'm like, if you have, I have 14. You probably have big old feet too, don't you?
Now we're like 12, 13.
Okay. As tall, you're like 6'4".
I know. It's crazy.
You know what? My son, senior son, he's pushing 6'3". He's like right there, some 6'2.5", 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
And he's got maybe 11s. And I'm like, how do you balance yourself with, he's got his mom's itty bitty feet for being as tall as he is. And I'm like, how is that even possible? You're 6'4". I call you 6'4".
Yeah, I like calling myself 6'4" now. I usually call myself 6'3", but
No, you're 6'4".
I'm going to go with the 6'4" now.
You're 6'4". You're just not 6'7".
Yeah, I wish 6'7" is like the perfect height.
You'd still be playing.
Yeah.
Maybe. You should be playing some hoops. So anyway, your feet can get in the way. Trust me. My fat feet get in the way of things, and I'm not graceful. It's all right. I've never tried to be. It is what it is. So we'll get into that. My man, we talk music a lot. I like our separation of age, the generational difference. Do you know who Kenny G is?
Kenny G? I've heard the name, man, but I don't. Kenny G? What is that?
Famous saxophonist.
Oh. Let me see.
Look him up. Kenny G was in town yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
He had a surprise visit over at CBC, visiting the band.
Yeah. I've heard the name because I played the saxophone, but I've never seen him before.
Oh, did you train in the saxophone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I started off playing the piano in not middle school. When I was a kid, I started playing piano. Then middle school, I switched to saxophone, and I played that ever since.
Guess what Big Vic got to play when he was a kid? See, I didn't have any rhythm. So I wanted to be first of all, I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be a rock band lead singer. 80s hair band stuff, dude. Loved it. But I had no voice. So then I was like, dude, who are the other cool dudes in the band? The drummer.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee, Motley Crue.
I could see you being a drummer.
Oh, yeah. I could beat the S hit out of stuff. I could do it all night. It may not sound good. You need a new drum, needs new sticks. But no, I didn't have any rhythm. And I tried. I really tried hard to have rhythm. I just don't have any. Zero. Nada. Yeah. I don't think you can teach rhythm. Now, maybe there's a percussionist teacher somewhere that says, yeah, you can teach rhythm, Vic.
It's like, I don't know. It's just counting. And then I don't know how to play percussion though. So I don't know if it's different.
That's why I always respected it. We all have our talents or gifts or skills or shortcomings, whatever you want to say. So couldn't do that. By the time I got over to the saxophone, they were packed. They had too many saxophonists. Too many kids wanting to do saxophone. I'm like, crap, what am I going to do? Because you had to do band. It was like, I certainly am not going to be a flutist. I am not going to do the flute.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie.
So I got stuck doing a damn clarinet. And I didn't feel right doing this clarinet. So the band teacher, and we talked. I was like, I'm not into it. So he comes in one day and he gives me this bigger case. And it was a bass clarinet.
Those are cool. Those are the big clarinets.
It's a big clarinet. So I felt a little bit more macho. Yeah. A little more manly as a 6th, 7th, and 8th grader. So that's what I played, was the bass clarinet.
Yeah, bass. I remember there was this one girl in my middle school who played the bass clarinet. She was cool. I don't know,
Okay, there you go.
Bass clarinet's cool. That's just my favorite saxophone. I don't even have it because I have 2 saxophones. I got an alto and I got a tenor. But my favorite saxophone to watch is a soprano sax because it's like
what?
Because it's totally different. It's just it's long and it's not curved. It's just like a saxophone that looks like a clarinet, but it's cool.
There you go. It's cool. Cool enough for you, man.
Yeah.
There's our band talk this one time at band camp. 6:20. Woo! 6:20 on a Thursday morning, December 4th. I told you I like the moons. I love it when we get those super moons. We're supposed to get a really interesting moon tonight so people can look into the sky, one that we won't get for 20 years, something like that. So big, full, bright moon. Some wild, crazy things can happen when that goes down. And by the way, jump in on the show anytime you want. We always love to promote, be as positive, happy, joy as we possibly can be around here. And that starts with you guys. So jumping on the show if there's anything you want to talk about from that standpoint. There we go. Okay. So those are things, stories, situations we'll be talking about. Also, news in Missouri now about Kalshi and the poly market, betting and gambling. Now that you have gambling here, you can wager on a lot of things. Are you familiar with Kalshi? You can wager on, I'm going to give this to you in just a second. I don't know. We may hit it big here, young blood. We may hit something big. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about that. I'll give you that story coming up in just a second. Plus, it's a record-setting year at the state legislature in Jefferson City with bills being filed and or anticipated bills being filed. That doesn't mean all bills see the light of day and or get voted on. But there is one representative who is scared to death of AI taking over. So he wanted to make sure that AI could not do any marrying, get any personal property, any rights of any sorts, almost as if they're human. We'll break that down as well. Of course, we cover all those stories. Try to be a little bit different around here, get you up in the mornings. We'll try to hit you with all sports or all news. We cover it all and just kind of bring you into our show. This is your show, your community show, and that's what we like. Okay. 622 Art City Now here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Thanks for being with us. Okay. When we talk about some of those things going on, I was just bringing it up, and I found it to be pretty darn interesting. Okay. We'll talk about the Dome in just a little bit, but the one thing that I find interesting, I want to start with this. It's what's happening with legalized sports wagering here in the state. So what you also have is the talk of the gambling industry has also shifted to this prediction market, my friend, and that's unregulated by states. So you have online markets, and you need to check this out, like Kalshi, that's with a K, Kalshi, Kalshi, and Poly Market. So you can pretty much put bets on about anything. The weather, you want to bet on the weather? Major sports companies like DraftKings, FanDuel, they're all launching these prediction markets. And it looks like it could be the future. I find it very fascinating. You bet on the markets. You bet on crypto, Bitcoin. Why not bet on anything else? Political elections. And there's always the Kalshi odds. They have those as well. Political elections, even in foreign countries. You can bet on whether celebrities will or will not do whatever is popular that the culture wants them to do and not. For example, Rye, we could put this out there. You guys tell me what you want to see me do for a certain price. Will I do it or will I not do it? You can do all kinds of things.
You can bet on yourself.
Why not? The Gaming Commission said, quote, we're going to be watching the prediction markets pretty closely, though. 10,000 questions out there at any given time that people can buy shares, yes or no of. That's bizarre. So they're going to take a wait and see approach, the Missouri Gaming Commission. But it is interesting. A police chief, this is according to a Fox story, in Raymore, Missouri, that's in Cass County, just out of Kansas City, said, it's going to be interesting to see what impact the courts may have on the decision when it comes to Poly Market and Kalshi, because they're getting super, super popular. So they say that they've seen some other states with more established sports betting that prediction markets are being issued cease and desist. States like Nevada, New Jersey, and others have strong gambling traditions. They think it's just a matter of time before this issue gets put out in front of policymakers to vote on in the state of Missouri. So, in the coming months and maybe years, Missouri is going to have to make that decision as well. That's going to be interesting to be able to bet in the state of Missouri, to put wagering on all kinds of issues. And during the break, we'll call up some of the things that you can bet on Kalshi. If you get a chance, Rye, take a look at it. If you get a chance at what you can bet on Kalshi, you may shock yourself. You're like, oh man, I knew that rapper was going to do this. Man, I knew that music was going to fail. I know music.
What is it called?
Kalshi, Kalshi, Kalshi. And check out current things that can be bet on or wagered in the state of Missouri.
Prediction market for trading the future.
Exactly. I'm telling you, it is fascinating to me. And I'm starting to see commercials now where they are marketing themselves.
Oh, next U.S. presidential election winner.
You can get that in there now if you want. Probably get some really good odds considering it is that early as well.
Pro football champion.
And it's unregulated because it's the prediction market. Unregulated in the state of Missouri right now, like the actual games are. What would it be? Would it be a problem? Would it be an issue? I don't know.
I can put 34. What do you like? I'm just so confused. 34 cents? No, 79 cents. Is it like so? It's like trading stocks, basically.
Correct. You'll see when we study more of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna study because I don't even understand stocks for real. I need to get into that, but
you've got plenty of time, my friend.
Yeah,
I have a feeling you would excel at Kalshi or Polymarket. It is fascinating. If you guys have any experience with Kalshi or Polymarket, you can jump in, call us as well, 855-282-8255. You can also stream us on X, Facebook, and YouTube at Arch City Now. What do you got that smile on your face for?
It's not really, it's kind of sad. It's really sad, but the number one search person on Google this year, and it says 1% says Donald Trump and 99% says the artist David. Have you heard of the artist David?
I have not.
Well,
tell me about David.
David is I don't listen to him. I think he's kind of weird. Even before the allegations happened, I was like, he's kind of weird. But yeah, so there was something going on have you heard about the artist that had like somebody like a 13-year-old in his like frunk of his Tesla?
No. And this was David?
No, yeah, it was in his car, but the police somehow says he had nothing to do with it.
So it's not alleged. It is actually he had a 13-year-old that's not his own child or family.
No.
Okay.
And they were investigating him for like a while, all summer, all throughout here, but they haven't charged him with anything.
So his name is the artist known as David?
Yeah.
What kind of genre?
It's like, I call it sad boy music. I genuinely call it sad
what the hell
boy
is sad boy
like,
music? I love learning from you,
like,
man.
His song is like, in the back of my mind, you died. And he's just sad boy music. Like he's just always singing about being sad or whatever. I don't know.
Okay, I'll look him up.
One song, but
so you brought him up because he was the number one searched person.
They say
of 2025.
They say for the
no freaking
on
way.
Kalshi, that's what people are predicting or whatever.
Oh, they're predicting it.
Yeah. I don't know. It says 99% David and then 1% Trump. I don't know what that means.
No, those are the odds right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because it wouldn't be over. I guess the year 2025 isn't over. I guess you've got, I don't know, 27 days or something.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I feel like I haven't looked up both of them, and I've researched a lot, but I think I've looked up Donald Trump more than I've looked up David, and I'm not even a politics guy.
Okay, and we're talking about Kalshi and the poly market and the predictions game and where you can put money and learn and wager with it coming to the state of Missouri. We had a terrific interview earlier this week with Mike Palm, the vice president, executive vice president, and he was with who was it's on the tip of my tongue? Circa Sports. And so check out those things, and very, very fascinating what you have. I'd love to find out things. For example, wouldn't it be interesting to be able to wager or bet on St. Louis politics or Missouri politics or Missouri decisions, propositions, amendments, things from that standpoint? That would be interesting to me. Man, betting, wagering, guessing, predicting, all of it out there. There's a lot to get to. Okay. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with some of those other stories. Good story, people trying to help Sarah's Pizza. Because I told you it's the best pizza in St. Louis, at least to my taste buds, my palate. They had a bad fire the other day, but the community's trying to come to their help. What got us into that last topic was I asked Rye if you knew about Kenny G. Kenny G was over at CBC. So we'll talk about that story. Pretty cool. plus more, whatever you guys want to talk about, jump in, let us know. This is Arch City Now. I'm Vic Faust, producer Ryan alongside. We're here till 8 o'clock every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. on X, Facebook, and YouTube, and of course on 590 a.m. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. Into the show. It is Thursday. Grateful that you were with us today. 6:37 is the time. We're here till 8 o'clock today. Hot Take Central 2.0 with the former Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. Follow us at that time. Going to break, we were talking about the Kalshi market. My friend, our producer Rye's like, man, you can bet on all this stuff. Now, you know music. I'd be curious to see what you see in the rap world. And if you were ever going to wager any money in the rap world, I would be putting my money down on that. That is for sure. R&B, rap, where you see it going, those sorts of things, what you can actually wager on.
Yeah, I just typed in rap, nothing.
Really? Nothing yet?
Just how many Grammy Awards will Kendrick Lamar win? Like, I care. They give Kendrick Lamar a Grammy every time he starts talking about anything in life. Anything, doesn't matter if it's politics. Just throw him a Grammy to shut him up.
That's producer Ryan, Vic Faust, Art City Now, X, YouTube, Facebook. That's where you can find us, of course. Always on. You can give us a call as well. 855-282-8255.
Found one. Will Drake have a number? Drake has a number one album this year.
Will he have?
Yeah. It says Drake has a number one album this year. So, yeah.
Okay. I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't get it either, but I think he will, or I think he did.
Okay.
Okay, will Drake release Iceman this month? See, now we're getting into the topics that I'll be like, yeah, I got you guys. Because he's not releasing it this month for sure. So,
all right. Well, let me know about that.
Yeah,
Drake isn't releasing. I will invest in that. We'll do our updates for people.
Artists, no matter what genre, they're not going to release an album that's like anticipated in December because you don't get nominated for rewards for real. And it's a new year going into next year. So you might as well.
So it couldn't buck the trend on something.
Yeah. You might as well just wait till January to drop.
Yeah. But you're thinking logically.
Yeah.
And rationally, which is what you do. You do that well.
Yeah.
But would they try to buck the system? Do something different?
Maybe. I don't even think Drake will do it because
for the holidays.
Like usually, well, it is Iceman too. His album's called Iceman.
All right.
But I think he's gonna. If he wasn't gonna drop in November or October, then I thought he was gonna drop in January. I don't see any artist dropping in December. That's good.
All right. To each their own. Hey, by the way, NFL action tonight. If you're interested in, I'm a Lions fan. I've told you guys that. I spent 11 years there. I covered the first 0-16 team ever. Oh, that was a lot of fun. Dear God, I was like, where am I at? What am I doing? It's freezing cold, and this team sucks. What questions am I going to ask? I mean, literally the media day every week. I'll never forget. I went to the same guy every time. Their former center, Dominic Raiola. Dominic played at Nebraska. He was an All-American center there. Went to the Lions. Now, Dominic, there's certain guys when you're in the media, there's certain guys they're going to talk and they're going to be cool and they're going to, John Kitna was great quarterback. But some guys did not want to talk no matter what. And you're like, oh my God. And you're like, we just don't want to do it. Or they'll find a way to take like an hour-long shower. That's what happens in the locker rooms. I'm telling you, these things happen. Talk to St. Louis media types to try to find a baseball player. Or when we had the Rams trying to find a football player, some of those things that go on, it can be a nightmare. And then when you find them, you're like, okay, great, I found him. And that's only half the battle.
Yeah.
Then it's trying to get them to actually talk to you.
Then you got to hope that they actually give you a good quote too.
But they were 0-10 and you're looking at the schedule going, hit. They ain't winning a game. You could see it. Like there's 6 more games left. They're not winning. And they knew it. The head coach was Rod Marinelli, former defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, ironically, who play against the Lions tonight. And I'd always go up to Dominic Raiola, and I'm like, man, I got to get something. He's like, no, I get it. And he knew it. I knew it. Other media types knew it, that they weren't winning. So it was tough. But Dominic Raiola is also the father of the Raiola quarterback who's been at Nebraska, who got hurt. And I believe maybe in the transfer portal, super talented young man. Mm-hmm. His younger brother decommitted from Nebraska as a quarterback and was coming as well.
Oh, he did?
He decommitted. So
I thought, but didn't Matt Rule just get re-signed?
Yeah, he did, which shows you something else was going on.
Maybe they're not messing with Dylan.
I don't know. So
Baby Mahomes.
Baby Mahomes, exactly. Haircut and all. So there'll be some Raiolas in the transfer portal as well. So with that being said, you can bet on some of those things that are out there. I'm surprised that that's not on Kalshi yet or Polymarket, but we'll put some more time into this. We'll see. Maybe we'll have our Kalshi Polymarket segment of the week, sponsored by Circus Sports. There we go. We just put it together. We put some funding together. Why not? Okay. Hey, guys, like, subscribe, share our show. We appreciate it when you do. X, Facebook, YouTube. Help us be better. 855-282-8255. Okay. How about a positive community story? I've already told you my favorite pizza in the St. Louis area is Sarah's. Been around forever. Ate it as a kid over in Maryland Heights. You never forget the nostalgia of walking in, and the place looks similar. It does. It looks similar. The pizza tasted great. Still does. Well, they had a devastating fire this week. I mean, we're talking about a generational pizza place. It's been a staple of the neighborhood for a long time. Well, nearby residents reported the fire on Wednesday in the morning from the kitchen just before 5 a.m. And, you know, everybody that saw it couldn't believe it. They love it. I mean, people from St. Charles crossed the bridge to come on over to do that. And it's also around the Christmas time. Not sure if there's a GoFundMe account that's been put together yet, but they're going to be closed until further notice. That's the point of the story too. They are closed right now, and they're trying to figure out what they're gonna do. So, you know, the fire protection district said the fire was in the kitchen when they arrived. They contained it quickly, but it left behind substantial damage. So it's not open right now. Customers talking to news outlets say they hope, obviously, it's coming back. I do too. And we'll see where it goes. But if you wanted help, you can also reach out there. If anybody finds a GoFundMe account for them too, let us know. But Sarah's gets my vote because, you know, it's kids. You eat something good, you remember it. It's the nostalgia of St. Louis, something good, something positive. But right now, not doing so great when it comes to their restaurant. We are Art City now. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. By the way, if you get bored over there, Ryan, because you obviously have nothing to do ever while you're running a show. Never, ever.
I just sit on my phone and, you know, I play Clash Royale and stuff.
If you find anything on Polymarket or Kalshi, other interesting bets throughout the show, things you can wager, let me know. Just chime in. I found that interesting about the Drake stuff too. For people who are following some of those stories.
Yeah, when I tell you they have, like, I'm going to do a deep dive on this. They got everything from Heisman Trophy winner to what will Jeff Probst say during the Survivor episode. Like, they got anything on here, man. Trump out as president this year? That doesn't even make sense. Like, I don't. But number one search on Google's year in search.
Interesting. 6:44 on a Thursday. Okay. It's a record-setting year when it comes to bills being filed in Jefferson City. That doesn't mean all the bills are heard, voted on, even passed. But there has been a bill introduced by Representative Phil Amato. He's a Republican out of St. Charles County. This one's called the AI Non-Sentience and Responsibility Act. So this proposal looks to set statewide definitions for AI and establish clear boundaries on how it can be treated under Missouri law as the technology continues to become more widely used. So check this out. Under this measure's rules, AI systems would be explicitly defined as non-sentient and prevented from being considered a person for any legal reason, making sure that AI cannot be considered a person. It also states that AI cannot be granted consciousness, self-awareness, or any traits associated with living beings. It also prohibits any form of marriage, domestic partnership, or relationships between humans and AI.
That's weird. I talk to my AI. Me and my friends talk to AI like they're like
I know.
are like literal homies.
I know.
Like,
Some people are liking AI better than pets now.
okay, see that's weird. See, I could never do that because I love my little Zoe. Like,
Oh, you got a little Zoe?
yeah, I got a Shih Tzu.
Oh, how
Yeah.
old is your Shih Tzu?
Turning like she's like 6.
Okay, I didn't say everybody. I'm just saying that there are people who are in love with their AI. There are. Now, you can't generalize an entire society, but because everybody's going to have differences. But people, you talk to AI a lot. It's your homie. You even said it.
Yeah, like I didn't even know you could do this, but my friend who like does like streaming and stuff, he came over and he was talking to his AI like back to back. Like the AI was talking back to him.
I have a friend that he made his AI an English sounding female.
See, I tried to do that, and they made him sound like some random Siri dude, and I've been like, man, no. Can you please change to like a woman's voice?
I need a English woman right now with a soothing voice, not like, a male.
Yeah, I tried that. I said, hey, can I have a like either any accent, anything, but can it just be a woman? And like the AI.
I think I'd take a Kate Beckinsale accent about right now. That would be nice. I want my AI to be Kate Beckinsale. She's a little weird. She said some weird stuff recently about her daughter's boyfriend laying eggs and stuff. Did you see that?
No.
Oh. Anyway,
I would want my AI to sound like the I think her name's Sophia Vergara.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want her Ryan.
I want her to sound. I want my AI to sound like that.
Oh, come here, little honey.
Yeah.
No, that didn't. I turned that accent into some other culture. Sorry about that. I couldn't get my Colombian in there. Ryan, come here, honey. Okay, sorry guys. Everybody, all 2 people that were listening just left. Anyway, we're hard city now. So the proposal also points out more restrictions like bans on AI serving as corporate officers, directors, or managers, meaning that the machine could not be your boss. I mean, you and I like AI. We talk. It's coming. It's here. It's going to become more prevalent. And if you haven't looked, it's already taking jobs. And there are companies, national companies, who are now laying off and or firing tens of thousands of people because of AI.
Legit, for me and my friend's business that we're trying to build, it's going to be like a news thing for like, it's going to be news that's on all socials and stuff. We were thinking about hiring like a high schooler or a freshman in college to like post for us, and we'll just curate all the templates for them to post. But then we were like, we can just have AI post or just automatic post for us. So we wouldn't have to pay a kid $300 a month or $200.
Yeah. Whatever. Well, what about this? It would also be banned from owning property of any kind. So I don't like that. I have a feeling Phil knows a little thing about AI. Mm-hmm. And do you need to be proactive instead of reactive when it comes to AI? That's why I found the story to be very interesting. It would ban AI from owning property, real estate, digital assets, financial accounts. That's where it can get very scary. AI owning financial accounts and things being online. I'm not dealing with tangible cash. AI would legally belong to the human owner, developer, or company owning it. And that's how it should be. Is he worried that AI branches out and tries to do things? To go and author contracts by itself? Owners of AI systems would also be required to maintain oversight and safety controls, especially with the fear that AI could affect public safety, human welfare, or even property. So failure to do this or oversee it would result in certain kind of negligence. So if the act is passed, all AI systems developed or operated in Missouri beginning August 28th of 2026, that's when it would go into effect. Does it seem weird? Yeah, it seems weird to me. Different? Yeah. Needed? I don't know. I get the feeling that you don't think it's needed. We'll see. But it is fascinating when you look at some of these things that are going on. These are the kind of stories that we're talking about in 2025. If it went to the voters, how do you think the voters would act upon that? I'm still in a position, right, where I don't think, my humble opinion, that there are enough people in Missouri that know enough about AI to even vote on a subject like that.
At all. People are very.
I don't. I mean, I
guys
study and have been for 2 years, and I still don't feel like I'm good enough to do it.
I'm not really. I think, for one, the thing about AI is I've seen it myself. It's kind of dumbed me down. Like, it's literally dumbed me down.
Well, sometimes you realize. What do you mean dumbed you down, though?
Like, for example, like if I'm doing something and I know that I can type this out, or I can do it, or I could just do it 2 times and then tell AI, hey, this is my writing style. Keep it like this, and all I have to do is look at what AI says and then change it.
So dumbing down in a sense where you are intelligent and enough and experienced enough to go, I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
I can learn how to, quote, use other things.
Yeah.
That's our new society.
Yeah, and it's just weird. Like, it's weird because I feel even more weirder for the people who are like 30 that just got it, that was in this field before AI just popped off, because all the stuff they were learning before, AI does it for me in like
it's null and void.
Like, literally, AI does all that.
A lot of the marketing.
Yeah.
I'm just
like me having a branding and not marketing, but like a branding and magazine minor too. It's like, on my branding side of things, I just tell AI to do all the like branding stuff so I can focus on business deals.
Well, there are people, and I don't know how good they are. I've seen them come across the line who've put together the algorithms when it comes to sports wagering via AI and throwing in all the numbers and letting AI do it. If anybody's had an experience with that, let us know. 855-282-8255. Is it working for you? Is AI getting that success when it comes to wagering? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not.
It's slow though. Like, my friend, he's trying to do what I do, like, because I know how to edit film by myself. I know how to make graphics and do all that stuff. And like go into his Canva account and create it and stuff like that. And it took him, for the first time, it took him an hour for something I could do in like 20 minutes.
I was trying to build an app and still kind of in process with a friend of mine who is super intelligent with AI. But the other thing I found, because he was a coder since he was 8 years old or around that time. So he was super intelligent, built an app that we use for our construction company. But now, as more as I study it, what AI has done, AI has taken away the coders, and you may disagree with me. It seems like it's taken the spot of what coders could do. Now, if you have coding education, you may be able to utilize the AI a little bit more, but the AI is doing what coders did. It's fascinating. So fascinating. So much so that our representative over there in St. Charles County wants to make sure that AI can't own anything, marry anybody. I mean, could you imagine AI put with an AI brain, the functioning system of an AI brain and how it talks to you in a robot that Elon Musk?
Look, so my friend, literally, my friend,
that's like another human being.
Literally, my friend has a Tesla, and he was like, "Yeah, man, my car's in the shop, so I don't know if I can go to the studio or whatever." And I was like, "What? Don't you just call Elon and a humanoid just flies in and just fixes your car?" And he was like, "That may happen in a year or two. You never know."
Well, Waymo, and we'll talk about it when we come back from break. Waymo, the driverless taxi service, is about ready to hit St. Louis. Waymo. Yeah, check that out during the break if you get a chance to. We'll get into that too. It's just a lot of very interesting topics, things from that standpoint. We told you there wasn't a lot of sports today. It's good. We switch it up. We don't hit the same thing every day. We try to cover anything and everything that's coming up from that standpoint, getting you started in your mornings. As we said, it's kind of cold outside as well. If you guys want to come by the studio. We'll give you a look-see. If you want, if you got something good to promote, let us know. It's a beautiful morning, very cold, freezing morning, but it's a beautiful morning. The sun is rising today. Every day should be a great day, as we say, to stay positive, and we try to get you going the right way, as we do here every morning, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us from 8 to 10 o'clock. on Thursdays. What show is on Thursdays from 10 to 11?
The co-found hers with Lisa Lidvack and Angela, I think Sand.
Lisa and Angela, 10 to 11. And then, of course, Charlie Tuna
Yes.
and the posse
Yes.
from 11 to 1. Hey, I try to be a prayerful dude because I need a lot of help.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like going to my church. I go over there and get some praying in every now and then.
Yeah.
A little adoration in the Catholic Church. Who do I see? I always see Charlie. Charlie walks in every now and then. I saw him again yesterday.
Charlie says like when he goes to the church, he's like a like little kids like run up to him and stuff.
Oh,
and
no, listen, I'm not kidding you. Okay, people, just ready. I'm over there yesterday, just getting some praying. I pray for lots. I pray for everything in my life. I'm a big believer in prayer. If you fart, great. If you're not, great. Whatever. For me, I need it. So I'm sitting there and I see Charlie walk in, and Charlie moves a little slow. So I think from the back of the church to the front of the church, when I first saw him, I think it took him about 5 minutes to get up there, but he got up there.
Yeah.
So he's in a pew and he's doing his thing, whatever it is. And I can see him. I'm not like stalking him. He's in my sight of view to the altar. And I saw a man walk up to him and start talking to him. And you don't really do that in adoration in our faith from that. I mean, you can, but I could see him, the guy was smiling. So obviously he recognized Charlie. So anyway, it's always good to see Charlie over there. So Charlie's show is from 11 to 1. And it's all good in the hood. Charlie, Tuna, and the posse. All right, we'll take a quick break, guys. When we come back, we'll set the stage with the Blues. The Monday Night Football game tonight. Obviously, the Blues playing as well. The other stories that we're talking. Kenny G at CBC. There's a nice little chat we had there with Ryan at the start of the show. Also, we'll continue our Kalshi Poly Market betting. If you want to talk about the AI situation and the bill that's been filed in Missouri to make sure that nobody can marry AI or that AI can't own property or be your boss. I think that's already happened in some cases. And get into the new information that's following the Dome at America Center. Will it ever be a huge gym for our city? Will it be a major moneymaker? We'll see. All right, we'll take that quick break. If you want to call, you can do that as well. 855-282-8255. You can also stream us on X, Facebook, and YouTube. We are your Lou Information Station, and we are live and on demand at louinfo.com.
You are listening to
We interrupt this program for an on-the-spot news report.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
And was accused of shooting 2 National Guard members last month, not far from the White House. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Meanwhile, federal immigration operations are underway in New Orleans and Minneapolis.
The Department of Homeland
Hey, what do you say? Happy Thursday, St. Louis. It is Arch City now. Vic Faust here, producer Ryan alongside too. Here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Glad you guys are with us. All things St. Louis all the time. And news headlines, water cooler talk, things that you guys want to get into. We do that here. All right. It's very cold. It is a cold morning. That's for sure. It's a cold bass morning. Let's just put it that way. High today about 22 or so. It's supposed to get up, I don't know, upper 30s, maybe 40 tomorrow. I think we had 40 yesterday. The weekend looks decent if you consider decent being in the mid to upper 30s with sunshine. But considering what we've had, that shouldn't be so bad. If you want to jump in on the show, you can do that. X, Facebook, YouTube, chime in, talk to us, let us know what's happening in your neck of the woods, anything you want to promote. We always do that here. Love getting into all of that as we talk about and tell you. Hey, when it comes to our teams tonight, you've got the Blues. They get back to action, beginning a 3-game road trip on the East Coast and up in Canada as well. They play Boston tonight, skating Boston, 6 p.m. start tonight. Boston's 15-13, no overtime games. Isn't that bizarre? Played 28 games, 15-13. Blues 9-11-7. Just a few points behind, so not too shabby from that standpoint. I think they're 5 points behind. So Blues play tonight, then they get back on the ice Saturday at Ottawa, and then they're right back again on Sunday for a tilt with Montreal. Then they get back to St. Louis next Tuesday. So the next time the Blues will be back home will be next Tuesday when they're hosting Boston. So we'll see what the Blues can do tonight after their tough loss. The last time that we saw them on the ice against Anaheim did not look very good. And, we'll go from there, get them back on track, see what they can do. Also, tonight, you've got an opportunity to watch the the Thursday night football game, Detroit and Dallas. Okay, these are two teams that would not make the playoffs today, but both still could make the playoffs and both desperately need this win. Arguably, I guess outside of the Patriots, who are 11-2, but the Cowboys have had some big wins. They've beaten in back-to-back weeks the Super Bowl contenders from last year, and now they're going to Detroit. Detroit has been ravaged by injuries yet again. Their defense is just decimated. Decimated. It'd be interesting to see the Lions if they could ever stay healthy. Somebody's got to take a look at how those players are training or something. I've never seen more injuries to a team in back-to-back years of my life. So what we also see from this standpoint is the Lions favored by 3 points tonight. Anybody wagering on the game? If you are, let me know. I like the Lions tonight, -3 in a do-or-die game in Detroit. I really do. And you've got the Lions playing in back-to-back Thursday games, which gets them a little bit more comfortable, in my humble opinion, whereas the Cowboys are playing this Thursday. Well, the Cowboys did that too last week. Never mind. Forget that. I just thought, hey, you know what? Nope, Cowboys did a Thursday game last week too. It worked out well for the schedule makers. Lions 3-point favorite. Dak Prescott's been really good. I had some Cowboy fans say, if the Cowboys win, you should wear Cowboy stuff every single day. I'm like, bring it on. What are you guys going to do? So anyway, that's going on tonight too. Basketball, Missouri gets back to action Sunday. They will be at KU, or actually at the Sprint Center in Kansas City against Kansas. That's a noon game. SLU back to action against Central Michigan on Sunday at 2 p.m. in St. Louis as well. And of course, the Billikens playing this weekend in the Elite Eight game where they will face Akron for a chance to go to college soccer's Final Four. That'll be an interesting matchup as well. And they're good enough. They are good enough to win and go to that Final Four. We have seen that already. So we're certainly wishing the best for that to happen when we see what SLU can be. certainly would be a whole lot of fun to watch that happen. To get all that stuff going on. How about this? This happened yesterday. And well, let me find it again. It's interesting when you got people coming into town to do certain things. But what about CBC yesterday? Not only did they have their national signing day for football players, early signing. By the way, a lot of college football players throughout the area or future college football players signed with high schools yesterday. It was the first signing period. There are others who still wait till February to do that. However, you've also got CBC, which did something really cool yesterday, I thought. They had... he's one of the most famous saxophonists of all time, I would say. Kenny G was at CBC High School yesterday. That was pretty cool. He visited the campus right before a holiday concert. So he met with the school's band students, offered some advice on music and career, autographed a saxophone that was later auctioned off to support the school. So that's pretty cool. Kenny G helping out CBC, helping him raise some money. He had a concert last night over at the Factory. And if you haven't checked it out yet, we know about the pageant in St. Louis, but if you haven't checked out the Factory yet, they do an outstanding job of bringing a lot of guests in year round. Really cool venue to visit. You know, we promote St. Louis. We do that. We cover everything. But it's a really, really nice venue. A lot of good places to check out before, even after the concerts as well. Got some watering holes around there, some good places to get some food, not only within the little complex that the Factory's in, but also in that same area down in the valley. So it was made possible to visit yesterday. And, you know, there's alumni from St. Louis high schools all over the place, but we'll let CBC have their own. There's a lot of alumni who make connections all throughout the area, but they were able to make that visit possible yesterday because of a former CBC board member who became friends with Kenny G on a plane ride years ago. Literally, that's how it happens. Could you imagine getting on a plane? It's like, are you Kenny G? Aren't you supposed to be flying somewhere else? Aren't you supposed to be flying private? I guess Kenny G was on a commercial flight. I don't know, first class or not, whatever. But sometimes that happens. Has anybody ever met anybody on a plane like that? Maybe somebody famous or something like that. And you're like, hey, are you Kenny G? Hey, are you Marshall Faulk? Are you Kurt Warner? Are you Mark McGuire? I'm sure people have those incidents around. But, you know, a pretty cool story with Kenny G going and helping out CBC yesterday. That's for sure. If anybody knew anything else about what happened yesterday, it would be cool to hear some of those things that are going on. If anybody saw some of that, I love it. Also, if anybody else has had people that they've had a chance to watch as well, love to hear it, love to hear about it, love to see it. When we promote St. Louis, those things are always fun. They really are when you get a chance to do that. You know, that's what the show's about. We're here Monday through Friday, as you know, 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central follows us from 8 to 10 a.m. And we get out and do that. You can also jump in on the chat line, talk with us on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Pam says, have a great day, guys. Oh, Donna, speaking about Kenny G, says, do you have his Christmas CD? It's called Noel. I don't. I know he's super talented, and this is an area that I need to get better at when it comes to Kenny G music, I guess, and opening up my possibilities. But anyway, Donna jumps in and she says, go Lions. That's right. Love the Lions. Yes, I will be doing that tonight. Pam says, being from Michigan, I will always love the Lions, but they do suck right now. Yeah, okay. I get it. I know. Because of their injuries, Dan Campbell used to get every fourth down he went for. Now he can't get one, and all the teams that go for fourth down against him seem to make it. So how times have changed. Such is life in the NFL. Not for long when it comes to thinking everything is going to be perfect and work exactly the way that you think it is, and it's going to be there. Okay. Lots of fun there. Hey, guys, like we said, 7:17 on this Thursday morning. What events are going on? What should we know about? Any restaurants, venues, bars, new places, shops, businesses? You want to promote yourself? Let us know. We'll talk about that. If there's people, charities, places that you guys want to talk about as well, you can let us know that too. How about this? We were talking about Sarah's Pizza earlier, one of my all-time favorites when it comes to pizza. It was pretty much my first place that I loved as a kid that I had pizza and I went, oh, I really like this. Sarah's my favorite over there in the Maryland Heights area, right on the cusp of Bridgeton, somewhat near Pattonville High School in the area where I grew up as a kid. But I just looked down, I saw this. December 4th, 1948, the first Steak and Shake restaurant opens up. How about that? It's been that long, 1948. Love it when you guys give us information like that as well. You can certainly pass that along. We'll save it. We'll get it out there for our clients. We'll get it out there for our listeners and everything else that we have. Producer Rise alongside. I'm Vic Faust. You guys rock. We appreciate you listening every morning and coming into the show and being a part of our show as we try to bring that to you all the time. Okay. When it comes to the America Center, the Dome, allegedly, groups are taking steps towards a major restructuring, and we know that something needs to be done. There's no doubt it can't just sit idle. And you've always heard the issue or the saying, you shouldn't throw good money at a bad situation. Well, the Dome has some money coming to it from Rams settlement money, but what are you going to do with it, and how are you going to do the restructuring? So there was a unanimous vote from their board that shows that they're ready to kind of reshape how the Dome is governed, funded, and I guess you could even say how it looks for the future, how they're positioning it, how they're planning on using it to be a resource for St. Louis. That's a huge thing. Joseph Blanner gave some good quotes to Fox 2 yesterday. He's with or involved with the Regional Convention and Sports Complex Authority. That's called RSA. So RSA approved a resolution 25-1. And that is for legislation to potentially merge with Explore St. Louis. If you didn't know already, Explore St. Louis recruits conventions and visitors, and you've got to have that. And that business has tailed off in St. Louis in recent times. He says, quote, we continue to look at ways to increase the effectiveness and streamline our operations and adding funding so we can make necessary improvements and keep competitive with our peers. And keeping up with the Joneses has become very difficult. It has. Other cities, and we've talked about it, many people talk about it, continue to invest and give some very attractive offers and options for conventions and businesses that are looking for places to go to. I mean, Chicago's been what they are. Nashville's come on. Indianapolis has come on. And those are places in the Midwest that Missouri has to compete with. They said the historic reason for part of our goal was to streamline the operations, create and do away with some government redundancy and fragmentation. Well, that sounds good. So basically, for years, you've had political leaders saying that they need steady funding and a more unified system to attract major events. So they had a unanimous vote. We talked about that 25-1 to do this. So now it's going to be up to politicians. It's up to the lawmakers to decide if this new model is the right one for St. Louis. So at least on the surface, trying to do some things right, trying to bring some positive structure to the dome to use it. Massive structure sitting right there. If you don't use it, you lose it. And you certainly want to use it to bring more money and value into the city of St. Louis. We have got to find a way to make things better in St. Louis. And it sits right there. And you've got to have that convention for the businesses. We've seen far too many businesses leave downtown St. Louis. And Rye, you live in St. Louis, and we've talked about this before. I ask you, how much foot traffic do you see in downtown St. Louis?
Depends on the day, but usually on the weekends, if it's not like a concert or a big convention, which is rare now because nobody wants to book St. Louis downtown. It's really rare to see people that are like just walking around downtown, going from businesses or coming from work, maybe around lunchtime, but not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we want to promote St. Louis, and you've got to do things to make people to want to be there.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I brought this up in our last break. You had not heard of Waymo. I've only heard of it in recent times. It's a self-driving car company that picks you up and takes you, Lyft, Uber, without a driver.
Yeah, I looked that up. On break, I looked it up, and I was like, Waymo St. Louis, and I see that it's coming, and I'm confused.
Yeah, it's beginning the process of bringing its autonomous ride to St. Louis. Literally, we're talking about driverless taxi service coming to St. Louis, operated. Now, the taxis are going to be operated by drivers during its initial launch, but then the plan is for them to go.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's
I
a
like
San
that,
Francisco-based company.
But would you feel more comfortable with somebody driving you, or just
Open to anything? I keep an open mind. If something
That's what I'm
works,
saying.
if something works, I'm like, oh, this is the way I've always done it. Rah, rah, rah. No, I mean, life changes. Some people, and hey, it's fine to be comfortable in your own way, but sometimes you don't know what you're missing by just doing things your way.
that can change the game though. Like, genuinely, think about how. Just think if DoorDash had driverless like delivery, where they could just pull up, and the worker at the food or the restaurant that you're getting, they put it in the car, and then they just drive to your house, and you just have to walk to your car to get it.
Instead of having to come all the way up.
Like, you know how when you DoorDash, right?
Yeah, and I'm not a big DoorDash player. And here's the thing. I
Or
know
Uber.
this.
It's just like Uber
Yeah,
Eats. Have you
same
ever,
thing.
Like, yeah,
I've done it. Here's the thing. I'm old school in this
you
way.
just drive and get it.
I would rather drive 5 minutes than
No.
pay an extra 10 to 15 bucks.
Me too. But when you have that like girlfriend that doesn't want you to drive somewhere or something.
Do you think females
Yes.
purchase more Uber Eats? I am convinced of
Yes.
this.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, like that's what I was just saying. Like, if you use DoorDash or Uber Eats or something, I think that could change the game. I don't really use it, but I still have a student discount. So
Okay.
like, but I have a car, so I'm like, I'll drive 3 minutes to get some food.
Well, Waymo's coming. They said it's going to scale its service over time while following its safety framework. So they said the partnership here is in transit for the region. They said that they will offer a safe and reliable transportation option for its residents. They look forward to working with Waymo to safely introduce technology to our communities. Driverless cars in St. Louis. Just want to see it. I'm like I said, I keep an open mind, but I want to see it. There was a time where I would be more like, oh no, whatever it is. No, but there are usually if something's being brought in and it's starting to have success, there's a reason it's still around and it's made it. It's because it's working or it's helping or it's offering some sort of comfort or advantage for drivers. So they say that St. Louis is one of the several cities that the company is expanding into. It also announced it's going into Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia. Last month, they went into Dallas, Houston, Miami, Orlando, and San Antonio. So they promote themselves as being the world's most experienced driver, making it safer, more accessible, and more sustainable to get around without the need for anyone in the driver's seat. It's just so bizarre. And the car They have, and people know if you're in there by yourself, because at least with the Waymo cars, it seems like they have a big black box on top of the vehicle with a blue W for the Waymo on their vehicle. But here's the interesting thing. We're talking about 10 million rides served already, and a 93% satisfaction rate is what they say they are. And it's available 24/7. That could be huge. How many times have you been in an area, maybe needed a Lyft or an Uber if you're maybe on the outskirts somewhere and it's early in the morning or it's late at night? I've been there. And it's like, oh, we'll be there in 30 minutes, maybe. And you see a driver on its way. Oh, that ride is canceled. Or, oh, it's going to be this much. The only thing I can't find yet is pricing. What would it be there? So I don't know. It's coming into the St. Louis area. We'll find out. A lot of technology. They say that it's more safe. You don't have accidents. It doesn't hit. Maybe people might hit your car, but you're not hitting other people. They say compared to an average human driver over the same distance in our operating cities, the Waymo driver had 91% fewer serious injuries or worse crashes if they ever happened, fewer airbag deployment crashes, 79%, and 80% fewer injury-causing crashes. I only had one issue with an Uber driver once. And I'm normally not a problem with speed, have a problem with speed. This dude was flying. I literally was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down, slow down. It's all good. It's all good, my friend. So anyway, hey guys, glad you're with us today. Time is 7:29. This is Art Sitting Out, producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. We come back, we'll wrap up things from the morning show, get into some of the stories today that we were covering, continuing to cover as well some of the things we talked about earlier. The Kalshi, the poly market, what's happening from that standpoint? Are you guys using the wagering there? What's happening in that standpoint? We'll get into it all. Anything else you guys want to jump in and talk about on X, Facebook, and YouTube? We are your Lou Information Station. We are always live and on demand at louinfo.com. Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Producer Ryan ran out of time. I was trying to take a look at the Kalshi betting market and poly market. If you guys didn't hear that story earlier, we'll get into that in just a second. This is Arch City Now. I'm Vic Faust, producer Ryan alongside as well here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central 2.0 with Jim the Cat Hayes, the Cardinal broadcaster, and you've got the former Blue Cam Jansen as well, bringing you the show Hot Take Central 2.0 from 8 to 10 o'clock. From 10 to 11 today, it's the Co-Found Hers show. And then from 11 to 1, it's Big Charlie Tune in the Posse. For all the other info and content that we have on the network, you can go to luinfo.com. You can check out the things that are there, the content that is there. And of course, you can always listen to us on 590. And of course, here, Arch City Now on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Check on in, talk with us, promote whatever you guys want to. We always are up for that from that standpoint. We were talking about what's happening right now when it comes to the betting market. Wagering is live in the state of Missouri. Curious if anybody has done it yet, if you've signed up, got any of that, quote, free wagering money. But at the same point in time, Kalshi and Poly Market, if you haven't checked it out, you can wager on all sorts of things. Entertainment, politics, weather, I guess entertainment, I guess when it comes to music. And it's fairly unregulated in the state of Missouri. Is that something that could be regulated? Yeah, 100% it could be by the Missouri Gaming Commission. We saw what happened when it came to how long it took for us to get wagering in the state of Missouri and what happened with that. But yeah, those things are possibilities. If you didn't know about it, check it out. I think it'd be interesting to see if it would ever be a version of Missouri where you could wager, invest on certain things, predictions that you think would happen here in the state of Missouri. Anyway, those are opportunities for you to check out. Right now, it's wide open. And of course, when it came to the whole wagering, I mean, and, you know, would you say that wagering, sports betting wagering, be more of a male thing than a female thing, correct?
You could say that.
I've known a few females in my life that would wager on some games.
Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah. I don't know any.
No, and I'm just telling you, if you love sports, find a woman who loves sports, because if you don't, it'll be a pain. I'm just telling you, there'll be issues that come up. Life will be more enjoyable if you find somebody who likes sports.
Or if her mom likes sports.
Say what?
Because if her mom likes
what?
sports.
Are you going to watch your name with mom?
Yeah, you can go to the mom's house, Sunday dinner, watch the game. She'll be there. Everybody's, chilling.
Okay. I see issues there.
Like,
I've got a few years on you there.
Yeah, you probably do.
I don't know about that. There,
like, I don't know. Every girl that I've talked to and their mom is like sports, it's been, or like mom and dad like sports, just go over there, chill, get good food, relax.
Yeah, I don't think I could hang with a woman if she didn't like sport. I mean, you gotta like sports. I mean, if you're a guy that loves sports and follows it,
it's a plus.
Oh my gosh, is it a plus? I'm just telling you, it would be. And guys, if you like sports, there's nothing like having a woman where if you walk in, she's like, "What games are on tonight?"
Oh wow!
Yes,
I've never seen that before.
What games? What you haven't?
I've never.
What games are on tonight?
Before? Like maybe we've played the same
There are
sport.
those women in St. Louis. I promise you.
Like, yeah, that's crazy. Like they've played the same sport as me, but not like actually liked sports though. Like
okay,
sports.
Buddy, it's a very special thing. Just put it that way. It is. Hey, what sports are on tonight? It is there. Arch City Now. I never know what we're going to cover, talk about all those things. But the reason I brought it up is if they don't like sports, they may get into that poly market or Kalshi thing. If they start looking at that going, oh, what? Drake's not going to drop something this month. There's no way. Or fashion. Some of those things from that standpoint, those are opportunities that you can check that out. So
reality TV is going to be crazy. You know?
Oh,
Yeah, like
betting
yeah,
on what could happen.
Yeah, and the shows.
I
and
bet
stuff.
that's on Polymarket. I bet it's on there.
Yeah.
Or a Kalshi. I bet you could find some of that on there. We're always trying to come up with some ideas. Why not? Let's get our little section over there. I hang out with Rye. These things happen. We start talking, start getting this thing cooking. We'll see what we got cooking up over there. We're here till 8 o'clock. Glad you guys are jumping in. 855-282-8255 if you wanted to jump in. Weather's going to be cold today. High maybe 22, 23. It starts to warm up tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. If you want to call a warm up in the mid to upper 30s. Woohoo! I think we got 40 yesterday. It was a nice day yesterday. It's supposed to be nice today. The sun always makes things a little bit better here throughout the St. Louis area. But check out, like I said, the Kalshi Polymarket situation, because that's becoming another very interesting story with this whole wagering in the state of Missouri that is going on. Hey, you got the Blues playing tonight. They get back to action after a few days off. All their games are important now. Very important 3-game road trip. They're in Boston tonight at 6 p.m. Nice little early start. They're in Ottawa on Saturday at 6 p.m. And then they have a day game at Montreal on Sunday. So looking forward to that, or game on Sunday, rather. Skate with Montreal. 3 opportunities on a road trip for the Blues to pick up some points and get themselves back. They're really not that far out of the playoff spot, despite having just a 9-11-7 record. They're not that far out of the final playoff spot. There's a lot of parity in the NHL this year, and it's an opportunity for the Blues to do some really good things when it comes to that. By the way, they'll be back in St. Louis next Tuesday against Boston for a 7 p.m. start there. When it comes to the basketball side of things, Missouri plays in Kansas. Well, it's actually Kansas City. Sunday at noon at the Sprint Center against Kansas. Another opportunity for the Tigers and Dennis Gates to beat a quality team. Kansas ranked right now 21. They've played a tough schedule to start the year. Missouri has not. This will be the first ranked opponent Missouri plays. They lost to Notre Dame 2 nights ago, who was a 5-3 team who had also played a pretty tough schedule coming into that game. SLU won 2 nights ago as well. Big win for them. Big win in regards to the score. So they host Central Michigan on Sunday at 2 o'clock. So you got some basketball that's coming into the weekend that you can look forward to as well. Also tonight, we talked a little bit about it the last segment. NFL Thursday Night Football tonight on Prime, if you're interested. Very interesting matchup in a battle of the D's. Dallas at Detroit. The Lions are 3-point favorites tonight. Both teams desperately need a win to make the playoffs. It's pretty much one of those games where a loss is going to pretty much knock out one of these two teams. Now, Dallas already needs to win out. Detroit needs to win out. Detroit, I don't think will need any help. Dallas will need a little bit of help, but if they win out, man, they could be right there. The Cowboys, Dak Prescott. I mean, do you know Cowboys fans by chance, all right, in the St. Louis area? I do. I know a lot, and that's crazy to me.
No, I met a lot in college though, but no.
And what areas were they from?
Everywhere.
Okay.
Like random
Go
cities.
figure. Well, I mean, tonight you look at that matchup and where they are. The Cowboys are on a win streak. They've got themselves back up to 7-5-1. The Lions, on the other hand, are 7-5. That game starts at 7:15 tonight. They did have an over-under total at 54.5, but if you check a different book or say you may be able to get some better spreads, that's what Mike Palm from Circus Sports told us the other day. If you're doing that thing in the state of Missouri for us in St. Louis, you want to sign up with 3 different books and see where you can get the best lines for those games, if that's something that you're going to be into, looking at, and so forth. So the NFL kicks off its series it's weekend series tonight. And then if you're looking ahead, because we know that the Chiefs are the official, unofficial team of St. Louis, they're 6-6, and they host the Texans, who are 7-5. That's the Sunday night game this weekend. That'll be an interesting matchup. Both teams desperately needing that game The Chiefs are a 3.5 point favorite. So there you go. Chiefs going to that 3.5 point favorite out at Arrowhead, trying to keep their season alive. And that'll be interesting to watch, to say the least, as well. Okay. Sarah's Pizza is closed for a while. The Maryland Heights Pizzeria, it's been around for generations. It was my favorite as a kid. Had a fire early Wednesday morning just before 5. They contained it pretty quickly, Maryland Heights Police Department or Fire Department, but it left around, a ton of damage. So they've closed for the time being. Residents are hoping that they'll open back up. No word of a GoFundMe account, but if anybody knows of that, please feel free to pass it along, and we'll get that information out for anybody that might be interested from that standpoint as well. A couple other news headlines. I was joking about this with Rye earlier. If you have big feet and you're driving in cars, you can get your feet mixed up with the pedal and the brake. Now, I was trying to explain this to a female friend of mine, and she laughed at me. Your feet, you're telling me your feet they're too big, they get mixed up with the brake and the gas sometimes? Like, yeah. Ryan said he's had that issue too. Well, in South County, and God bless my grandma's soul, she took out the Troy, Illinois Police Department corner edge of their building at one point in time. She hit the gas instead of the brake. Caused some damage to the police department there. It could be worse. Well, this happened last night. There were injuries after a car slammed into the Ulta Beauty store in St. Louis County, down in South County. It was off of Elm Park Drive. Police say the driver told police their foot slipped off the brake and onto the gas pedal, causing the car to go right into the Ulta store. It accelerated right into the business. The driver didn't sustain any injuries, but there were about 3 to 4 injuries listed, minor injuries inside the store following the crash. Those injured were transported to the hospital or treated at the scene by paramedics. Imagine you're trying to just check out, or you're looking at the store, just like a movie theater. Well, or just like a movie. It happened. It's like, okay, we got it. We see what's happening. So those things going on, and we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Hey, by the way, if you guys ever have stories or you want to promote anything, just let us know. Contact us here at the station. You can do it on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Once again, that's Facebook, X, and YouTube. We always love to talk about you and St. Louis and promote charities and events and anything that you guys are doing when it comes to St. Louis. So just check us out. Try that. Do anything and everything that you want to do. Okay, this bill I find interesting. Now, lots of bills get filed by Missouri lawmakers. The legislators, trying to make a name, trying to make Missouri a better place to be. But this one regards AI. And it's being brought to us by Phil Amato, a Republican, St. Charles County representative, who has a bill called the AI Non-Sentience and Responsibility Act. So his bill looks to set statewide definitions, laws for AI, and establish some clear boundaries on how AI can be treated under Missouri law as the technology continues to become more popular, and of course, people using it. So under his rules, AI systems would be defined as non-sentient and prevented from being considered a person of any legal reason. So AI could not be considered a legal person. And as Ryan and I were talking about, some of you, and you know who you are, talk to your AI and they become like your best friends. I have not gotten there yet.
I talk to my AI about stuff.
There you go.
Business wise, sometimes just workout wise. Like I'll be like, this is all I ate today. What should I eat before I work out?
But it's now, do you find it emotionless?
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's very emotionless.
It's just like, just talking back.
Because here's the other thing. I find the younger generations, younger than me, maybe 30s and younger, do you rely on AI for advice. Or, for example, I know a guy who is using AI in his relationship to be his counselor.
I think you shouldn't do that, but I have asked questions like that, and I'll like still make my own decision because I'm like, I'm not gonna trust no offense, a robot. Like
I don't think you should.
like
And my interpretation of what happened was it was working for this friend at first. Like it flipped the script in his relationship. But I hate games. You're playing a game.
yeah.
Somebody would say, well, you're not playing a game. You're just getting good advice because you're too emotional. But then over time, things changed.
AI has done a lot of updates too, because it used to have a little bit more used to be a little bit more expressive too. Like when I first started working out, I took a pic of myself, like I just lifted my shirt up, took a pic, and it like actually described like what I needed to do. But then it like a new update did it, like updated, and I did it again, and it was being way like too sugarcoaty for me. Like it wasn't really telling me like, hey, you need to do this. You have like extra weight here. It was just saying, oh, yeah, you have a nice build, but you could work out here. And no, like,
well, this bill, and you see where AI can go. And you just gave an example. This bill in Missouri would make sure that AI can't be granted consciousness, self-awareness, or any traits associated with living beings. It also prohibits any form of marriage, domestic partnership, or relationship between humans and AI, just in case if a human wanted to marry their AI and give them some sort of legal status or bearing, or that would be considered invalid by law. And then, of course, is the top-notch AI put into these robots that we see Elon Musk putting out? And some of the robots I've seen to make look like humans are scary.
yeah,
They can make these robots look very humanoid-esque and then give it a personality and a brain that you can talk to.
Yeah.
And then look like another human.
Yeah. They've been like, I know somebody who
women would say they would never need a human man again.
I already know. Like, I know somebody who's been working in like AI for years. AI has been growing for like,
God help us all.
Like, it's gonna get crazy.
Those things being done in the state of Missouri. We'll let you know how that goes. We'll see if the bill even sees the light of day. Allegedly, it's a record year for bills being filed in the state. And of course, they have to decide what time they're going to devote to what bills. And I don't know if AI will be brought up yet, but maybe there'll be a time for it. Maybe he's ahead of his time. Who knows? We'll see. But I mean, it's the time of AI. We're talking about Waymo coming into St. Louis with driverless technology, 10 million rides, telling us that it's very safe and people absolutely love it. I don't know. All those opportunities, all those things happening, they're going on. And we just try to cover some of that stuff that's happening. So, but we always love it when you guys jump in, you talk to us, you let us know what's happening around your life, what's happening in the city. Always love to promote the charities, try to keep it as positive and fun as possible. You guys make the show go. And of course, we love it when you're joining us Monday through Friday from 6 to 8 a.m. Of course, we're here for a list, by the way, of all the shows and the content that we have here. All you have to do is go to luinfo.com. Once again, that's luinfo.com. Everything you need to know about the show, the content that we have is right there. If you want to get involved from an advertising standpoint, let us know. We would love to partner with you from that standpoint as well. From the chat line, sometimes we tell you to jump in there. We try to get it out. By the way, Glenn says America's team, not the Cowboys, the Chiefs. The Chiefs, are they America's team now? Glenn also wants to know, did she have big feet too? I'm assuming, getting back to my comment about, do your feet really get in the way, Vic, when you're driving down? Yes, they can, because they're big. Yes. No, she did not have big feet. Very small feet. Very small feet. I love you guys. Thanks, Glenn, for checking in. You guys can always jump in on Facebook, X, and YouTube as well to join our party and have some fun. It's your opportunity to be a comedian as well. Have some fun doing that. Donna says, by the way, drones are starting to DoorDash deliveries in Woodstock, Florida, other items as well. They can deliver items up to 2.2 pounds. They showed areas of the country where it began. Have you seen any drones dropping off food or packages yet? I have not.
No, I have not seen that.
I have not been anywhere where I've actually seen that happen.
I would probably lose my mind if I just see a drone dropping off like an Amazon box.
Or some of your food that you were talking about.
Yeah, that.
Why not? I can totally see it happening.
Yeah, I think it's cool, but I'd be like, man.
Well, yeah, I don't know. They're using drones to go in and work in some of these tough areas with DEA and FBI and hostage situations. And, they have bullet holes in some of these drones. They talk about it. It's like, okay, yeah, we get it. We see how it can be used. That's for sure. So anyway, a lot of stories that we got to today. It's a fast 2 hours. We do it every morning. We'll finish off the week tomorrow, give you 2 hours of strong content. Again, we appreciate you guys jumping in Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. for Arch City Now. Hot Take Central 2.0 is coming up next. Cam Jansen, the former Blue Cardinals broadcaster, Jim the Cat Hayes. As always, stay positive. Have a great Thursday. Going to be a little chilly today, but at least the sun is shining. It could be a whole lot worse. And of course, thanks for joining us. As always, you can jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. You can stream us there. You can also feel free to drop your comments, as we were just talking about, and getting some of that information out there. And of course, we are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com all the time. So for producer Rye, who's now been introduced to the Kalshi and Poly Market wagering sites.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
I'm Vic Faust. Have a great day. That does it for Arch City Now. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.